Islam, Shalom, Hola, Aloha, Bonjour, Assalamu Alaikum, Osio. This is your brother Zach Bay, Indigenous American Moor, coming to you live once again. Like, share, subscribe to my channel, hit the notification bell down below so you can be notified whenever I'm dropping new content. Leave a comment down below, let me know how I'm doing, interact with me. Thank you, I really do appreciate your viewership. Let's jump into another one. Black's Law Dictionary, 4th edition. Let's get it. I have some good ones for you today, fam. All right, picking up where we left off before. Let's see. I want to go over Almanac, a publication in which is recounted the days of the week, month, and year, both common and particular, often distinguishing the fast, feast, terms, etc. from the common days by proper marks, pointing out also the several changes of the moon, tides, eclipses, etc. All right, so that's an almanac. That's what the ancients used to do. Map the seasons, when it's time to fast, less eating, less food available, whether hunting or the season. Feasting, when there's abundance of food, most likely when everything is finished growing, most likely after during the summer and after the summer seasons, like that. And then like the terms, ETCs. It says also keep track of the moon and the tides. All right, very, very funny. The moons and the tides. We're supposed to have a second moon. The tides are getting high. There's a lot of hurricanes going on, man. It all ties in. Let's see. Let's keep moving along. A load. This is Latin. All right. In feudal law, old forms of allodium or allodium. All right. So we went over allodial and allodium last time. Let's see. Alodian, sometimes used for allodial, but not well authorized. All right. Let's keep moving along here. Going over these older terms. Alter ego. All right. You might have heard that before, but let's see what it means in law. Alter ego, second self. That's what most people believe, like the second self or alter ego. Theory that subordinate or subservient corporation may be controlled by superior or dominant corporations, so that the dominant corporation may be held liable for subservient corporation's negligence. All right, so when it comes to law and its alter ego, I liken this to maybe a umbrella type of corporation. Like it's just a large name. All right, so it would just be a large name that there are other subsidiary companies or corporations underneath of it that are attached to it, like Sam's Club and Walmart being owned by the same people. All right, or Warner Brothers. All right, Tom Warner and them. All right, so these larger corporations have subsidiaries underneath of them, and those are often considered the alter egos. But it's pretty much all the same. It's pretty much all the same corporation for the most part. All right, let's keep moving along here. Next, I want to check out ambassador. All right, legal definition of ambassador. Check it out. In international law, a public officer clothed with high diplomatic power, commissioned by a sovereign prince or state to transact the international business of his government at the court of the country to which he is sent. All right, so that's what an ambassador is when it comes to law, international law. A lot of us Moors here are considered ambassadors and or diplomats, whether or not they want to give us that proper status, because we are speaking international law and constitutional law, and we are appointed by a sovereign nation, or so-called sovereign state, which is the Moorish national and divine movement that Noble Drew Ali, the prophet, set up. All right, we still have that power and authority, fam. We just have to get to the right place, the right venue, like the brother Al-Haz Malik El-Shabazz did when him and another brother went to the United Nations and brought up a cause for genocide on the American Indians, so-called American Negroes, so-called African Americans. All right, fam. Let's continue along here. I wanted to check out Ambulance Chaser just because I thought it was kind of cool, kind of funny. All right, so when you think about Ambulance Chasers, it was this film that came out some years ago. It was called Nightcrawler, and it was about an ambulance chaser, but it was not an attorney. It was somebody who was just trying to make a living for themselves, but this person was a sociopath. If you've never seen that film, check out the movie Nightcrawler. Very, very interesting about a guy, doing ambulance chasing. It says a lawyer or his agent who follows up accidents in the streets and tries to induce the injured person to sue for damages. A lot of people do that. It's actually very, very lucrative. All right, let's check this out. Next one, amendment. A change, ordinarily for the better. All right, so when you think about amendments, when you amend a document, when you make an amendment to it, you're most likely improving it. You're doing a change. You're making it better. Seems simple enough. All right, let's move along here. I wanted to do American. Some people might be, some Moors might be familiar with the Noah Webster's definition for American. I believe, I want to say the 1860s version of Noah Webster's dictionary. I could be wrong. Please correct me in the comments if I'm a little off by the year. Forgive me. But let's check out this definition for American: pertaining to the Western Hemisphere, or in more restrictive sense, the United States. All right, go down here. That term American includes all classes of citizens, native and nationalized, irrespective of where they originally came from. All right, the original definition for American, where the copper-colored race is found here by the explorers. All right, so they changed it, and the term now includes all classes of citizens, native and naturalized, respective of where they come from. And we know you can't really be American if you don't really come from America. If your ancestors are not from America, if your ancestors did not spring up from the earth on that landmass to be aboriginal and indigenous to that land, you can't really be an American. Let's just get that straight, fam. We can't let these people steal our heritage and our identity. Now, when I'm talking about the ancestors and the ancients, let's go into it. Ancestor, one from whom a person linearly descended or may be descended. A progenitor. All right, somebody who came before you. Progenitor. It's your lineage. Ancestral. Let's check this out. Relating to ancestors or to what has been done by them as homage. Ancestral, derived from ancestors. Our ancestral estate are such as transmitted by descent and not by purchase. All right, so if you have an ancestral estate, you must be a descendant of that estate in order to get it. It can never be purchased, man. You can never purchase someone's ancestral estate. Most likely it was a theft if they say it was a purchase or given away, stolen. This is what happened to the Moors, the American Indians here in America. All right, reality, which came to the intestate by descendant or derived from a now dead ancestor, or by deed or actual gift from a living one, there being no other consideration than that of blood. All right. So the only thing that really matters in this is bloodline descent. See, a dead ancestor or a deed or actual gift derives from the bloodline only. They can never really take the land over here, fam, because they're not part of the bloodline. And let's see how it gets down a little further when it starts to mention us. Indian tribes or their heirs have been treated as an ancestral estate. Boom. Look at that, fam. It's right here in black and white. Let's continue to move along. I hope this is really making sense to you. Let's see. Ancient, old, that which has existed from an indefinite early period, or which by age alone has acquired certain rights or privileges accorded in view of long continuance. All right, so there's a lot of things, ancient deed, a lot of things going to ancient. Now, ancient documents, it says see ancient writings. Ancient records, see ancient writings. And we're about to jump over right here to ancient writings, fam. Let's check it out. Ancient writings, documents bearing on their face every evidence of age and authenticity, of age of 30 years and coming from a natural and reasonable official custody. So anything of 30 years or more technically is considered ancient in law. You just read it here, black and white. But we know our ancestors go way back, further than it says indefinite early periods always existed here. That's all right. So I really hope these definitions make sense to you, fam. Hopefully you can see more and read more. I'm putting this information out there for any and everybody who wants and needs it, just so you can see this stuff in black and white. I really do appreciate your viewership. Once again, this is your brother Zach Bay, Indigenous American Moor, with another episode of Black's Law Dictionary. Peace.